Perfectionism. Who here has ever tried to be perfect at what they do? Happened to me this weekend. See, I was trying to figure out how to get my video in order, and I started procrastinating to the point where I didn't get my work done. And I thought, how perfect is this to start my video and just do it? So here we go. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 steps that I took to avoid the perfectionism trap this weekend and have a more productive weekend. Hi, my name is Leanne, and I am going to discuss today about the perfectionism trap that we all tend to fall into and how to overcome it. It is an exhausting cycle that we all seem to fall into every time we're trying to get things done perfectly. And at the end, we end up not doing anything at all because it will never, ever, ever be good enough. It is something that all of us struggle with in one capacity or another. So I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to break out of this cycle and start moving towards your goals and live your life again. If you're new here, I'd love it if you would go and like and subscribe to this video. Don't forget to ring the little bell so you'll be notified when I put new content out. Now, I have been coaching people in one way or another for the last 20 years. I love seeing the results of the transformation that my clients go through and that I can provide. You will get your opportunity to get on my calendar at the end of this video, but if you're super curious, you can go and look at that first pinned post and get on my calendar now. Let's define perfection. Perfection is having all of the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be, or something without fault. Perfectionism. Productivity, on the other hand, the thing that we're actually striving for, is the quality, state, or fact of being able to generate, create, enhance, or bring forth for goods and services. If we are trying to get to perfection, we will never get to productivity. Let me explain. First, done is better than perfect. Perfection is subjective. So if I got every word in the right spot, I probably wouldn't say them in the right order anyway. It's subjective. You're not going to be able to tell because you can't see the piece of paper I'm reading from. So getting this video done, to me, is more important than making sure it's absolutely perfect. Editing will take care of a lot of stuff, but perfection, that's just going to hold me down and make sure that I am not going to get this video done by the time I want to release it. Number 2, recognize that perfectionism is a waste of your time. Look, perfectionism often masquerades as procrastination. I know this. I have been the biggest procrastinator on the planet. However, what I've learned in the past few years is that if I procrastinate and I don't deliver on what I'm supposed to deliver, that impacts me, my business, my family. Perfection and procrastination, they are kind of one and the same. So the best thing that you can do, get on that task, get to those goals. Don't wait. There will never be a perfect time. I have heard it all before. I have heard women in my previous business say, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the right time. Honey, there's never a right time. Get to it. Don't let procrastination stand in your way of moving toward your goal, be it a vacation for your family, be it a business goal, quitting your 9 to 5. Just do it. Just get to that spot. So now I have a question for you. How often have you been stymied by perfection and it froze you in your tracks? Please answer in the comment below. I would love to see what you have to say. Because I will tell you from my experience this weekend, it froze me in my tracks. So here we are, off the cuff. Number 3, do you know that nobody's actually perfect? In my religion, there was one person who was, and he walked on water. Haven't seen that since. So don't beat yourself up for this. Perfectionism often forces us to discriminate against our own worth, our self-worth. It makes us think that maybe we aren't really worth it. But I will tell you right now, you are totally worth it. You got up and you're doing your thing. All right. So now that we've established that, let's look at this. Perfectionists tend to be very hard on themselves and their work, even though somebody sitting next to you may be commenting about, wow, I wish I did work that brilliantly. It's true. So stop beating yourself up. I know that's easier said than done, but here I'm going to tell you just one way to do that. Look at what you've done. Give gratitude to yourself. Appreciate the work that has gone into whatever you're doing. Because I promise you, in the long run, someone is going to see what you've done and they're going to love it. And they're going to wish that they were able to do it just like you. Perfectionism is one of those hard topics to teach on when you've only got a few minutes on a YouTube video. So what I would love to do is offer you the opportunity to meet with me and get a free 30-minute coaching session. We can talk about how perfectionism is killing all of your productivity. And you can do that by going to my link in the description, meetwithleanne.me, and choose a time. It's available for you right now. Also, I would love to hear any comments that you have in the comment section. I read your feedback and I answer just about every single comment that's made. Now, don't forget, if you haven't done it before, now would be a genius time for you to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you know when I release brand new content. And as we wrap up here, I'd love to hear about what your perfection was over your productivity this week. It can be anything. Believe me, I know. I did this video on the fly. So please share with me what you've done in the comments this week to get past the perfection and get to the point where you're moving closer to your goals. I love to read it. If you would like to learn more, you can watch this video that's coming up on your screen now. Farewell for now. I'll see you next week.